I, like anyone else, doom scroll YouTube shorts when I'm sitting on the can. And sometimes the feed pushes me content from travel influencers, and I thought together we could check out what these travel influencers are cooking. And before we start, I just wanna say, what I put myself on YouTube isn't any better, because if it was, I would be getting much more views. So with that in mind, let's see what the other people out there are uploading. Japan Essential Things to Know Before Traveling by Nick and Helmi. Helmi is at least a Finnish name, so if they're Finnish, yay, go us, Finland, very good country. But okay, let's check out the video.
Don't eat or drink while walking in Japan. It's usually frowned upon. So usually most street food stall or restaurants would provide an eating or drinking area for you to consume your food. That's also probably one of the reasons it's difficult to find a trash can when walking the streets of Tokyo, I think.
From everything I understand, the reason they took out the trash cans is because Aum Shinrikyo, the Japanese cult, they set up sarin gas bombs in Tokyo Metro, and simply they took out the trash cans after that attack so that there wouldn't be places to put bombs like that anymore. I'm not fully sure if it's true, but I think so. I honestly, myself, I'm not a fan of this no eating and drinking when you're walking myth because, well, yes, you're not technically supposed to eat and walk in Japan, but it's not because that's considered rude or like, so no one is gonna hurt their feelings if they see you walking on the street eating a double cheeseburger from McDonald's. The only thing they're gonna think is that you're messy. It's actually essentially like going outside with sweatpants. No one's gonna hurt their feelings because you're wearing sweatpants, but they're simply gonna think you're, I don't know, some kind of loser or something. But I myself, I go outside with sweatpants, I eat when I walk. I am a loser, I am a messy person, I don't care how people look at me. Mini Katana, must know tips before traveling to Japan, 17 million views, that's quite a lot.
If you ever get the chance to go to Japan, don't! Unless you know these 3 things so you don't end up in jail. Number 1, when you go to a restaurant, you may be compelled to tip, but don't do it. Unlike the US, customer service is already included in the cost of goods, so tipping can be...
Yeah, you're not gonna go to jail if you tip. I don't even know if it's considered rude. I would say mostly people are just gonna think you forgot the money, so they're just gonna follow you and say like, hey, you forgot this, that's it. I don't think anyone's gonna get angry at you or throw you to jail because you left some extra money on the counter.
Number 2, an easy and accessible option for travel in Japan is not the car, but the train. However, once inside, do not take a call and always keep your phone on silent so you don't disturb others. Number 3.
The video is actually pretty well made, but the tips are somewhat questionable. Yeah, you can ride the train in Japan. I thought everyone knew that. But he's right that you shouldn't talk on the phone. Once again, you're not gonna go to jail like he says, but it's rude.
3. If you're in Japan, of course you're gonna want to try some food. However, never walk and eat, because in some areas like Kyoto, eating while walking is strictly forbidden by law. So now you know that.
No, it's not. That's bullshit. No.
For the love of God, don't do these things when you come to Japan. There are so many things you don't want to do on the train, but one thing no one talks about is the sneaky out-of-service train. If no one gets on it when it stops or everybody gets off suddenly, then don't make the mistake I've made so many times and just follow the crowd.
So if the train says that they're out of service, don't ride the train because they're out of service.
Also, don't use the train like a jungle gym. I've seen tourists use these like monkey bars.
Is this really something you need to tell people? Actually, yeah, it is.
And if that's too complicated, then you can get a taxi. But don't miss open taxis because the colors are reversed. Green means taken and red means available.
Yeah, that's not a bad tip. The taxi colors are reversed from what you think, so yeah, I approve of the taxi tip.
The colors on vending machines. The blue ones are cold drinks and red ones are hot drinks.
That's probably actually the best tip out of all of these, because I don't know if everyone is gonna ride a taxi, but I would assume most people are gonna buy a drink from a vending machine, and it's written there like hot and cold in Japanese though, so like I haven't really even thought about it. So yeah, that is definitely something I could see people find useful.
The number one thing that I do really appreciate is every single restaurant we went to, we had wet towels. So like all the grime in between you and to that restaurant before you eat your food, you get that hand towel moment. I have plenty.
I don't wanna hear about your grimes. Was that even a tip? There are, when you go to a restaurant, there are towels that you can wipe your disgusting runny nose to. I don't think that's a tip. Karen explores. Let's check this one
5
out.
things you need to know before visiting Japan. 2. Withdraw cash in Japan. I never withdraw money outside of Japan because it's just so easy to find a 7-Eleven ATM at any of their convenience stores, and they never charge me any fee. 3. Carry your passport.
What the fuck? I don't know what that... I never withdraw cash outside of Japan. Yeah, sure, if you're in Japan, where are you gonna go outside of Japan? Are you gonna fly to Korea to withdraw cash? Like, I don't know. But that's beyond the point. That's not the crazy thing even. But no. If you withdraw cash in Japan, it's not free. It costs money. Of course it costs money. First of all, there's the conversion rate with your bank and everything. So yes, that costs by itself. And also the machines also cost money. I think they take like 200 yen every time you take money. So okay, yeah, it doesn't cost too much. So you're probably not gonna go broke from withdrawing cash, but it does cost money. Keep that in mind. Like, be careful when you withdraw money in a foreign country. It doesn't matter if it's Japan or anywhere else.
5. Be respectful of lines for trains. It will take some time getting used to, but you'll see lots of markings at different stations, so be courteous, don't cut in line, and move out of the way for people to get off the train.
Yeah, if you're in a train, act nice, follow the line, let people out. Good advice. I'm not gonna say if you go to like, I don't know, 11:30 p.m. to Shibuya station that everyone there is gonna follow the lines and be courteous, but overall I think anyone, if they go to another country, should be on their best behavior. So yes, if you use the trains, be nice in the trains, because Japanese take their trains very seriously. 11 top things to do in Tokyo for the first timers. I'll bite.
Here are 11 top things to do in Tokyo for first timers. Visit Sensoji Temple for history and culture, the oldest temple in Tokyo. Right next door is Nakami Dori Street. Pick up every souvenir imaginable and try all types of foods.
Asakusa is probably the worst tourist trap in the whole country, but it's still nice, so if you're in Tokyo, definitely go there, but don't do the majority of your shopping there, because all of it is basically made in China, overpriced plastic crap. If you wanna buy something, you can buy the t-shirt that says like, I visited Japan and all I got was this lousy t-shirt or something, but other than that, do your shopping elsewhere, okay?
For lunch, hit up Budagumi for the best tonkatsu and in a renovated house setting. Or you can hit up Oreiryu Sho and place your ramen order at the vending machine. You can also queue up early at local favorite Udon Maruka for some udon classics.
Udon Maruka, Origami Ra Ramen Rape. I'm not one to make fun of accents. I have a strong accent myself, but it is still.
3 mistakes not to make in Japan. Number 1, taking a taxi from the airport. Taking a taxi from the airport to the city is expensive and can cost $200 from Narita. So taking public transportation is more cost effective. Also, trains stop running at midnight, so make sure to plan your flight accordingly.
Does anyone make that mistake? Like, when you arrive, if you arrive to Narita, which probably most people do, like, everything inside the airport is telling you to take the train. There is like, this is the Narita Express line, here, ride this, and if you go ask anyone, like, how do I get here? They're gonna tell you, there's a train station, go there. Yes, if you take a taxi, it's a mistake, but I don't think anyone's gonna make that mistake unless you arrive at the airport and you close your eyes and close your ears and don't follow any arrow, don't follow any advice you get, because yeah, I don't see how someone could do that. 5 things to know before traveling to Japan. Okay, yeah, let's see.
5 things to know before visiting Japan, part 2. 1. Everyone raves about 7-Eleven and other convenience stores in Japan, but you can actually find the same or similar snack and food items for a cheaper price in Japanese supermarkets, so make sure you keep an eye out for them.
Yes, convenience stores are more expensive than supermarkets. That is true. Is that a tip? I have no idea.
2. Booking your bullet train tickets can be confusing, so buy it online and ahead of time to avoid queuing at the counter or ticket machines inside the train station. If you're traveling from Tokyo, the Shinkansen Smart X app is the best and easiest way to buy your tickets. 3. Train.
That is 100% true. I forgive you, Karen, for your weird convenience store tip, because Shinkansen, they are simply the worst. Anyone who thinks like, oh, Japanese trains are so convenient, try riding a Shinkansen and you'll see. It's not the ride itself, but the tickets are a mess. I can understand Japanese. I know where things are, and even I like have such a huge trouble getting them. I have no idea how tourists are even able to ride Shinkansen at all. It is so hard.
Japan is light years ahead when it comes to this company called Yamato Transport.
Did you know Japan has post?
Another great option is to leave your bag at the many lockers offered around most.
Did you know Japan has lockers?
If you happen to need to do laundry,
Did you know Japan has laundry? Yeah, these videos are clearly starting to run dry. I'm actually glad to see that most of the bad advice is simply useless advice and no one is actually here telling people to do something that will get them in trouble. And let's not forget that we're just memeing here. All of these videos are fully fine. They're much better than anything I make, so it's all good. Just, I thought it would be really fun to watch this, and it was fun.